So one of the community members in my Discord just dropped the Grandfather, which is sick. The Grandfather is awesome. Obviously, I'm looking for one to test out on the Necromancer as well. It rolls perfect stats because it's from Druid, but the affix can roll randomly. I actually just learned that. I thought the affix was also going to be perfect. So that's a little upsetting for me to find out, but still. This rolled above average, perfectly awesome weapon. I wanted to talk about the last affix on the Grandfather and part of its unique aspect, because the thing about the Grandfather is there's a little bit of flavor here. In the second part, this thing right here that says the other properties on this weapon can roll higher than normal, was a very cool concept before the changes walking into season 2. So if you've listened to the developer team, most notably Adam Jackson, when they're talking about the redesign for uniques, they called out 2 very specific things. One, they wanted unique items to be able to roll affixes that they normally couldn't. So in this case, the Grandfather rolls with maximum life, a stat which you normally cannot get on a 2-handed sword. Very cool concept. The second part was that unique items should be able to roll higher than what their normal counterparts would. So something that was literally part of the unique identity of the Grandfather was the fact that it would roll higher affixes. Nowadays, this just isn't a unique aspect effect that is just true of unique items in the game. And then there's the second part. It says ignores durability loss, which is a very cool, flavorful affix to have on the Grandfather, because the original Grandfather was indestructible. That's why it was so good on your Barbarian, because you never have to go repair it. It was just a phenomenal item because of that, which is cool. And I like that it's being represented here in the item in Diablo 4. I like the continuation of that story, that legacy. It's a great nod. I would love to see this right here swapped down into the unique aspect of the Grandfather. Say, increase your critical strike damage by up to 100% multiplier, and this weapon ignores durability loss, because this thing right here is no longer truly a benefit of picking up this item. On top of that, we are talking about a weapon that has 2 stats, which increase your damage, 1 unique stat, which is going to give you that maximum life, which again is very cool. But my major problem being that the Grandfather is almost certainly only being used for its damage multiplier here to legitimately take the place of a different weapon, when I could have an additional damage affix here, or even another survivability affix. I just want to see 4 affixes actually on this weapon at all, and the fact that this is just no longer true, it's no longer a real benefit of the weapon itself, seeing it replaced with this. Don't lose the recalling of the item from old. Don't lose that nod. Don't lose that fan service. Let's see this thing have like 1 more damage affix or another defense affix, or give it something even more interesting than either one of those 2. Let's just go look at the Grandfather in Diablo 2, and maybe we can find one that would be cool enough for them to include on this weapon to continue to do nods to it, right? Because everybody likes the Grandfather. The Grandfather in Diablo 2, indestructible. This is the thing that says it can't lose durability. Enhanced damage, that's basically what you got right here. You basically have damage. Then we have maximum damage based on character level. I would really like to see that make its way in there. You have life, which can't normally be on here, but this is another nod to the original item. They actually did a fantastic job with like translating this thing into Diablo 4. But then we have attack rating. That really doesn't matter. Maybe you could say attacks with the Grandfather cannot be dodged. All attributes, that's basically what you have right here, all stats. So either that increase to maximum damage, it would actually be super cool if the Grandfather itself literally had a higher damage per second cap because of that affix. Or let's bring in something like attacks can't be dodged so that it's really relevant in PvP maybe. I think that would be super cool. But this is my message. This is my call out to a reworking of the Grandfather so that this isn't just lying anymore and this isn't literally a dead stat, because who cares about durability loss on your weapon? It's not like it does anything. It costs you a little bit of gold to repair it. That's about it. I think that this weapon deserves a better affix in the slot, but that's it. Gonna get off of my high horse here. Gonna step down from the soapbox. I want to put this out because I hadn't really thought about it up until now, and I went, wow, you're just kind of getting scammed by this. But there you go. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Am I overacting? Do we think that the Grandfather is good enough as it is? Maybe you came up with an even cooler way of incorporating the original stats from the item into it in some way. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching this quick little video. I truly hope that it brought you at least some amusement. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one.